Hello and welcome to step number 4 of the Mrs. Rutter's Rutter Crochet Senegalese Twist. In this step, I will be teaching you how to hot water seal the ends of your twists to prevent them from unraveling. The thing about doing Senegalese twists is that if you are consistently twisting from the roots to the ends, your twist will not unravel. But to prevent any chance of them unraveling, it's best called to actually dip the ends in hot water to do so. When you are hot water sealing the ends, what happens is that the hair slightly melt, but visually you don't see this. So that way, when the twist actually dry, you will actually notice that the ends feel a little bit more stiff than how they previously felt. The fibers are just slightly melting under a very high temperature, so that way all the fibers can bind together, which stops the twist from unraveling. So when dealing with hot water, I want you to be very careful, and you also assume all responsibility and risk that goes with using hot water to do so. Before hot water sealing the ends of your Senegalese twist, there are a couple of materials that you need in place to make sure that everything goes smoothly. First thing first is that you need a large t-shirt or a towel to help dry your twist after sealing them. You will need a cup of very hot water to actually seal the ends of your twist, and then you will need hair cutting scissors to cut off any frayed ends or undesirable hairs that stick out of your twist, so that way your twists look very neat. So now, when getting your cup of hot water ready, you want to make sure that your water was already previously steaming or boiling so that the water is as hot as it possibly can be. Also, I prefer that you use a cup whose handle is not affected by the temperature of the cup. So what I mean by this is that if at any moment you need to quickly move your cup or adjust what you're doing, you can grab a handle that's cool to touch because the handle is not affected by the heat of the cup. So now first to begin, you want to gather all of your twists that you will be dipping. I prefer that you work with small sections at a time, but this is also dependent on the size of your twist. If you have very thick and big twists, you can only put so many twists into your cup of water. If you have thinner twists or less twists than what you see here, maybe you can gather all of your twists and dip them at once. But for my specific size and the length as well, it's best that I split the twist in half and only dip one half at a time. Now, before you dip your twist, make sure to adjust your towel or your large t-shirt in place to catch any hot water, and also to enclose the twist around itself or enclose a towel around the twist when you're pulling it out of the water. So if you can rest the shirt on your chest, or you can just sit it right in your lap, so that way as your twist is coming out with one hand, you're using the protection of a towel to actually catch the hot water. So what I'm going to do is gather half of my twist, and I'm going to make sure I'm raking them all the way through so that way I have all of the ends together. I'm just going to slightly twist all of the twists so that I have a very secure grip on my actual Senegalese twist. Then I'm going to cover all of these ends into the hot water. So making sure I gather all of them on this side. I dip the twist in. Make sure not to lean on your cup and not to lean on the table because you don't want to accidentally knock the cup over. Only make sure that your twists are inside of the water and you're twirling it around to release any air bubbles. So now that that's soaked, I'm going to grab my large t-shirt, which is why you need this in your lap first, on your chest first. Now, as you're pulling your twist out, put the twist against the towel and then close the towel around the twist so that you're not in contact with any hot water. Wrap the towel around and you're going to squeeze it dry. You'll know when it's ready because when you touch it, it's just going to be slightly warm. It's not going to be steaming hot. So now just rake your fingers through once again. Slightly twist all of your twists together so they're all bunched up so you can identify any straight ends or loose ends or pieces of hair that stick out so that your twists look neat. Just going to use your scissors and you're going to cut off any hairs that you see. So as you can see, the twists don't look melted. It just slightly melted from the hot temperature, which stops your twist from unraveling whatsoever. So now after you've done doing your section, you're going to move on to the rest of your sections until you're finished sealing all of your Senegalese twists. So as you can see, hot water sealing the ends of your Senegalese twist are very easy. You just want to make sure that you have your materials ready and that you're using a cup that has a handle that's not affected by the hot water. So that way, if you have to move it at any moment or adjust your table or setting, you don't have any worries with a hot handle because it can be cool to touch. So just make sure that you're using your towel to be a barrier of protection when taking your twist out of your hot water. After sealing all of your twists, go ahead and trim the ends, and then once you're finished in the very next step, step number 5, I will show you the finished results to the Mrs. Rutter's Perimeter Crochet Senegalese Twist.